Hey everyone, hope you're having a great day. It's Joe of Grow with Joe here to talk about another chapter of my book, More You Know, More You Grow, How to Get Better Every Day. And just to give you a little bit, just to refresh you about my philosophy for coaching, it's based on this one John Wooden quote where he says, your outer circle success will never surpass your inner circle success. So if you want the outer circle success of your career, your money, and your relationships, you got to work on your inner circle first with your physical self, your mental self, your spiritual self, and your emotional self. And so what I see is like most people work on their physical selves and their mental selves, but in order to reach to the next level, you got to really work on your emotional self and your spiritual self. And today's chapter is called "The Mind Follows the Body and the Body Follows the Mind." So you kind of need both to work to help benefit each other out to get that multiplying effects. So like I really like this quote because like I used to be overweight as a kid, but now I'm way fitter than when I was in elementary school and middle school. And I just have a lot more confidence. That's because I have better posture. I'm much slimmer and everything. I'm more confident about like how I look. And that just gives me more confidence with my emotional self saying like, oh, I can do that. I can do this. So by being in good physical shape, that means I'm going to be in good mental shape. But when it comes to like working out and everything, I have to be in good mental shape or have the emotional strength to say, keep going. So there's like times where like if I'm not feeling very motivated or just not that confident, then it just goes into my physical self where I just like want to stay on the couch longer. I don't want to get out of bed, don't want to go work out, don't want to like take care of my physical self just because I'm in a poor condition. So the idea is that the mind follows the body and the body follows mind. So you need to be good in both areas. If one falls, then it's going to cause the other one to fall. So you got to focus on both in order to be at this type of level where you need to be to accomplish your goals. Yeah, you really need to. There's a lot of things to accomplish in this world. And if you want to achieve more and be more as a person, you just have to grow yourself as an individual. And a good way is just, I would say the best way to do is just start working on your physical self first. Because if you can start working on your physical self, then it's going to lead into other areas of your life. So a really good way to just get started with your physical self is just have good posture. So if you stand up straight, your shoulders are back, you feel strong. This is probably one of the reasons why I love doing pull-ups every single day is because it just gives you really good posture. You just want to stand up taller. You don't want to slouch or anything. You can't really slouch because your muscles are keeping you back. When I was a personal trainer, we learned this thing called, let's say, kyphosis or something that's the rounding of the upper shoulder. So that means you have tight pec muscles right here because if you're sitting at a desk, you're hunched over. And so these muscles are contracted. And then what happens is your upper muscles, your upper back muscles weaken. So that's why you can see some people that are in their 50s, 60s and older, they're all hunched over. That's because they just didn't take care. So if you're sitting at a desk all day, make sure you go to a door well and stretch out your pecs right here just so that you don't get kyphosis. A really good way to start seeing if you start having kyphosis is to make sure that your cheekbone is in line with your collarbone. If that's not in line, then you need to start working on your posture. And so like a good way to do that is every time you walk through a door, you just stand up straight. Like check yourself. Am I standing up straight? Am my shoulders are back? Is my head up? I read this book called The Charisma Myth, and they said that you should walk around like there's a string being pulled right here from the top of your head as tight as possible. So if you do that, you're just going to stand up stronger. Stand up straighter. And when you're standing up straighter, that means you're just going to be more confident. You're just going to realize like, hey, I can do this. This is not that bad. You're just going to feel better about yourself. And so if you're in good physical shape, then you're going to be in good mental shape. There's this like study out there where they had teachers grade different tests with a pencil in their mouth and without a pencil in their mouth. And the papers that were graded by a teacher with a pencil in their mouth tended to grade higher than the ones that didn't have the pencil in their mouth, because when you put a pencil in your mouth, it makes you want to smile. And when you're smiling, you're in a good mood. And when you're in a good mood, you tend to be more easy on folks and more favorable to others. So just by smiling more and just, it's just going to put you in a better mental state. And if you're in a better mental state, then that's going to make sure that you're going to take care of yourself more. So just work on your like posture, make sure you smile more. People who smile more, laugh more tend to just have better lives. Like the average person, I think, lasts like 18 to 16 times, while the average kid lasts over 60 or 80 times a day. And it shows just kids are tend to be a happier person, but then life starts to tell them no and like restrict them and everything, and then they just lose that part of their lives. So I'm always trying to laugh or try to joke wherever, whenever I can, then or be serious when I can. I'm tend to be mellow, but I like to say sassy jokes or whatever, or witty jokes, just to make myself laugh and everything, and just try to live my best life. And another thing that you need to do with your mental stuff to get a good physical state, but just tell yourself positive affirmation. So if you're gonna say like, hey, no matter how hard it is or how hard it will be, I'm gonna get through it. So when it comes to your workout, just push yourself through just by telling yourself, trying to get yourself mentally stronger to do so. And when you're strong emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, that's just going to have a multiplying effect in your life. You can have your 2 + 2 + 2 = 36 if you bring the right twos to the table. And just by work on your mental self, so you have that the knowledge and the wisdom to help you to solve life's problems or your life problems, or be more creative, to come up with more creative solutions. Work on your mental self. Work on your physical self, just so you have the energy. And if you're just feeling good physically, then it's just going to bleed into other parts of your life. So just every day, just do a posture check. Like, am I having the best posture? Am I slouching down in my desk, or I think it would be really good for people to have stand-up desks, just so that they have better posture, because people sit down on their desks. Sitting is like the new smoking. It's really bad for you. And one interesting thing I learned when I was a personal trainer years ago is that, like, when you sit down, your hamstrings have slack in them. So if you think about it, when you're standing up, your hamstrings are fully taut, but then when you sit down, then there's going to be some slack in your hamstrings, but then your body wants to have no slack in it. So what's going to happen is it's going to make a shorter hamstring when you sit down. So then when you stand up, now you have the shorter hamstring that's doesn't have a full range of motion. So then it's pulling on your knees and pulling on your hips, which can lead to hip pain, back pain, knee pain. So having good posture is really good. And if you're in pain, then if you're in physical pain, then that's going to put you in a bad mental state. So like I said, the mind follows the body and the body follows the mind. So if I'm in physical pain, then that means I'm not going to be in very good have very good mental health or emotional health, because I'm just going to be constantly complaining, constantly thinking about this pain that I'm dealing with, and is this going to make me less motivated? So make sure that you work on yourself and all areas of your life. They all interact with each other. They're not separate things. Your body is following your mind, and your mind is following your body. So make sure that you work on both. And this is going to help you live a much better life. Yeah, just try to go through a week of not taking care of your body. Just eat the worst food, have the worst posture, put some peas in your shoes, and just walk around with pain in your foot, and just see what type of mental health or mental state of mind you're going to be in. What kind of peace of mind? You're probably not going to feel very great at the end of the week. I remember in one college class we took, we had to walk around like we were like 80 years old. So we had to walk with peas in our shoes and like put tape, and we were restricted and everything. And like, you don't feel like a very good person. If you act like you're old, then you're going to feel like you're old. If you feel like you're young, then you're going to act like you're young, and just be more fun, and just be more active, and just live a better life. So make sure that you're just staying active and everything, and this is going to bleed into your other parts of your life. And just make sure you're taking care of your mental self, because if you don't take care of your mental self, then it's going to bleed into your physical self. Yeah, just recommend just walking around just like hunched over like this and everything, and just see how you feel. It's best to just get started on the thing. Like like the Les Brown quote, you don't have to be great to get started. You just have to get started to become great. So just start having better posture and everything, and it will bleed into other parts of your life. That's what it just comes down to. And it's a choice. Just be self-aware of how are you acting. And if you have a friend or anything, have someone call you out on your bad posture or your negative behavior or everything, because it's going to bleed into other areas of your life. So you got to there's like life has too much distraction. So if you're just distracting on the stuff that's negative, then it's just going to give you a negative life. That's what it comes down to. And yeah, that's what that chapter is all about right here in the book, More You Know, More You Grow. Just realizing that you have to be aware of your body and your mind, and you have to make sure that both are right here. One can't be here and one can't be here. It's not going to work out because they're interconnected with each other. So yeah, that's what that chapter is about. And if you want a free copy of this book right here, just go to growwithjoe.me/book, and all you have to do is just pay for shipping and handling. I also have a quiz on my website that grades your inner circle, and it will just tell you if your inner circle is an A, B, C, D, or F. If your inner circle is a D, I like to say that because your outer circle success will never surpass your inner circle success. So if your inner circle is a D, that means you're going to have D relationships, D career, D finances. And I know I don't want that for myself, because I know if I have a D inner circle, then that means life has the opportunity to give me the D. And if I'm getting the D by life, that means I'm getting F by life, because I'm not going to handle whatever life throws my way. I can't. So that's why I'm trying to shoot for A relationships and still work on it every single day, because I know if I let go for too long, then I'm just going to start going down grades. So yeah, you can take that quiz once again at growwithjoe.me/quiz. I also have a daily podcast, it's called Your Daily Cup of Joe, where you can just hear the same lessons while you're commuting to work, or while you're drinking your morning cup of coffee in the morning, or while you're at the gym. Just get some quick tips on how to help yourself become that best version possible of yourself. So thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and yeah, go get your free copy of your book, More You Know, More You Grow, and enjoy the rest of your day.